az élet úgy hozta, egy örömhír miatt. Egy kórházban vagyok New Yorkban, Staten Islanden. Egy óriási nagy kórház, aminek a legfőbb tevékenysége a születés, a gyermekszületés. Itt pedig egy úgynevezett Bikur Holim szoba van, ahol be fogok menni, és megmutatom, mi minden látható bent. Gyertek! Kedves barátaim, Staten Islanden vagyok egy kórházban, és ez a kórház, ahol egyébként családi okokban vagyok, de hál' Istennek minden jó, csupa jó hírek, ezért érkeztünk az Egyesült Államokba, rendelkezik egy különleges szobával, egy úgynevezett Bikur Holim szobával, beteglátogató szobával, ahol vagyok, és itt van mellettem ennek a szobának a mestere, Rabbi Yoni Lakin. Rabbi Yoni Lakin. Okay, so Rabbi Lakin, we're going to speak in English, and I'll have it translated to Hungarian, because your Hungarian is not so...
No,
not exactly on par.
Yeah.
You said your grandparents are from Hungary?
I have my mother's side originally goes back to Hungary.
That's so nice.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so Rabbi Lakin, so tell me a little bit about it. Like this is a phenomena that exists in America and maybe in Eretz Israel, and that's about it. So what do you guys do here?
So this is the Bikur Cholim room, and every hospital at least in the tri-state area, I'm pretty sure has a Bikur Cholim room. I'm not sure if they rent it or there's a room.
You mind explaining what is Bikur Cholim? Because most of our viewers are not Jewish, or Jewish that know very little about Judaism.
So Bikur Cholim really means to visit the sick, and this room is a room dedicated for all the Jewish sick people in the hospital. They could come here, and if you want to go around and look at all the food, there's plenty of kosher food here. Every Shabbos we have a warmer filled with chulent, kugel, kishka, gefilte fish, salmon.
So is that for the patients, or is that for let's say a husband to a wife who just gave birth?
The husbands and really anybody Jewish. All the doctors love to hang out in here. This is the doctor's food. I'm pretty sure the Bikur Cholim room orders it for them. Once a week on Friday they get them a meal. The Sfarim are all...
So you got prayer books and different Sfarim.
I'm bringing somebody to fill in right now who couldn't put on the fill in today.
That's so nice. And you're not a Lubavitcher, but nevertheless.
I'm not a Lubavitcher. I work in Crown Heights, actually. You think I'm Lubavitch, but...
Everybody's in a way Lubavitch, right?
Went to Lubavitch preschool, but...
That's cool. And you got a Sefer Tanya over here also.
Yeah.
So you're all done. You're all set. You're all set.
Yeah, basically. I didn't set up any of this. This has been here for 30 years. I tell you, I know the rabbi who ran it. He told me that the reason they started the Bikur Cholim room here was because 30 years ago, the Catholic Church had a lot of money. And they would come in, and when somebody was chas v'shalom passing away or just needed to speak to a rabbi, there wouldn't be any rabbis, and they would send a priest, and these weren't from people. They weren't religious at all. They'd say, okay, they'd go to a priest, and before they'd pass away, the priest would tell them, pray to non-Jewish God and pray to something else, and you'll be saved and everything will be okay. And when the Jews in the neighborhood here in Staten Island found out about that, really one Jew in particular, I believe it was Rabbi Fried, he started the Bikur Cholim room with Rabbi Feinstein, and he told me he made sure that for 30 years now there's always a rabbi that's here in the hospital whenever somebody needs. And
that is so nice. So show me around.
Started here.
So show me around. So you got kosher food here. Let's just show the spread. Hello, kids.
Food. It comes from Satmar Bikur Cholim.
Satmar runs a big Bikur Cholim chesed organization,
right? The food comes from Satmar Bikur Cholim. There's the challah.
Which already makes this room Hungarian, right? Because Satmar is Hungarian. Satmar is Hungarian, right? So you got challahs.
I am Hungarian because I have a lot of Satmar roots.
That's right. So you are Hungarian. Are you Satmar, sir? Are you Satmar? No.
I'm also Bell somewhere.
So okay, good. So that's everybody. Everybody has some Hungarian blood.
So this is more for the kids, and I mean adults too. They want to have yogurts in here.
Wow.
Sometimes there's
and let me just ask, just for the oilam, all of this is free. Obviously, people donate.
Yeah. So
people donate. And you take donations. You got a credit card donator.
This is actually new, but people make donations. It's all donations. As far as I know, it's always been free. You have coffee over here that's always filled up throughout the entire week. On Shabbos, we fill the
Shabbos
the warmer
regimen.
with chulent, soups. There's 3 different types of soups. There's one type of chulent with kishka. This is
and by the way, this hospital, my daughter is upstairs. So thank you so much. My daughter gave birth. Right, I'm a grandfather. It's just hard for us to comprehend yet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
my parents went through that a year ago.
So I was going to ask you. So, but there's like kosher everything in this hospital, right? So you could
So you
order
could order
kosher food.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So
and
that I
the
know.
doctors, like everybody knows, like she needs to go home before Shabbos, and everybody knows how that works.
Yeah, they all know. If you come here on Shabbos and somebody gave birth, they give you a bracelet so that you don't have to show your ID when you walk in. You don't have to carry it. Some people walk
Just to
in.
minimize the minimize Chilul
Yeah.
Shabbos.
Yeah, so some people walk in. When my wife gave birth, I walked in from the community, which is like 2 miles from here, and I couldn't carry anything with me. There's no Erev, and so they gave me a bracelet, and so when I was wearing the bracelet, I wasn't carrying anything, and they let you in. They know.
That is so considerate.
They know everything here.
That is so considerate. That is so considerate. Amazing. So you want to tell me? Do you have any special story to tell? Something that comes to mind? One of these, I don't know, last minute Yom Kippur or Pesach or God knows what.
Tell you, Kirov, I know, used to be a lot more intellectual, that people used to have these intellectual conversations, and you wouldn't think that Bikur Cholim is necessarily Kirov, but there are days where I come here every Friday, and I take a little gefilte fish out of the fridge, and I see the right person who hasn't seen a gefilte fish in 20, 30 years, and they just start crying, and they're like,
oh my God.
And they say, I haven't seen this since, it happens all the time, and I say, I haven't seen this since I was a kid, and they get very emotional, and then they start talking about how they used to keep things. Their grandmother used to bake challah with them. They don't know anything anymore, and it always turns into some sort of conversation about how if God sent you here, He could get you out. Just turn to Him. That's a message I try to always tell people, that if God sent you to the hospital, you can't forget He could also get you out.
This is a place of miracles.
And,
so
yeah. I see all the time people tell me I'm going to be here for the next 2 months, and then they're gone by next week. It happens all the time.
Amazing, amazing. You know, Hashem should give you a lot of koyach to continue your fantastic and very important work.
Rabbi Feinstein over there.
Rabbi Feinstein was Avi Feinstein, who's the grandson of the Gadol Ador who passed away in the 80s. Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, who lived here. Yeah, and there's the yeshiva still.
Yeah, the yeshiva.
David and Ruvain, right?
Yeah, he runs everything here. He is fully dedicated. He's here every day. Everyone in the hospital knows him. There's another hospital we also go to. They know. What
would you say the percentage of Jews versus non-Jews in this hospital? Patients,
hospital?
I mean, this is okay, fine. Like, let's say non-Jews, obviously there are much more, but this is like a very, Jewish place. A lot of people from Brooklyn come over to give birth.
Yeah, they all come from Brooklyn. There were 16 Jewish babies born today. If you walk around upstairs and they could daven a mincha at any time up there. There's so many Jews. There's one week where there was so many Jewish babies born. They had to open up another part of the hospital for the Jewish babies. But there are significantly more non-Jewish people than Jewish people here. But a lot of doctors are Jewish. Like, I'm always surprised at who walks in this room and I find out that they put on a kippah and daven mincha. There's a lot of Jews here.
That is fantastic.
I don't know what the percentage is, but there's a lot.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Rabbi, wonderful, wonderful work, and Hashem should give you a lot of koyach as you should see Yeshuas, and it's a holy work. Thank you so much, a good job. Sabbatot Woodburn mellett töltöttük, a countryban, upstate-ben. Mári Hida Grünwald barátom, szia! Együtt töltöttük a Sábeszt, egészen fantasztikus bungalow kolóniában, tavaly nyáron, amikor 2 éve jártam itt utoljára, és akkor mutattam meg nektek. Na most érdemes megnézni Jungreis rabbi zsinagógáját, Mordechai Jungreis, ha jól emlékszem, Nikolsburgi Rebbe néven ismert, és hát nagyon sokan szeretik őt, mert elképesztő jótevő, nem? Igazi humanista, imádja az embereket, igazi humanista. Vasárnap dél van, igen, és még mindig megy a reggel imádkozás, nem? Itt minden nap, minden percében lehet találni zsidókat, akik imádkoznak. Megnézzük a zsinagógát. Ez pedig itt a zsinagóga, megnézzük, hol menjünk először? Menjünk először a zsinagógába. Körbenézzünk. Kimegyek előre. Az útszélén van, éjjel-nappal vannak itt. Van itt imádkozás. Lehet jönni, mindig lehet találni 10 embert, aki imádkozik. Bent étel, ital, sütemény, az úton járóknak, kávé, minden adományokból. Kávé, süti, italok, elképesztő. Itt lehet adományozni. Elképesztő a közösség önfenntartó ereje. kertben is megy az imádkozás. Nagyon jó hangulat. Kint a szabadban. Wow. Ez nem semmi. Semmi. Wow. Mindenféle zsidók jönnek ide. Nagyon vallásos, kevésbé vallásos, haszid, nem haszid. Hát főként azért, főként vallásosabbak. És itt még lent, itt van egy következő rész, hogyha esetleg a hely nem volna elég. Akkor itt az erdőben, a fák között is van imádkozás. Nagyon jó pofa, gyönyörű hely itt az erdőben, óriási. Nem tudom, hogy Jungreis Rabbi itt van-e. Hello, how are you? Shalom, Manishma. How are you? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ha megnézzük, van fönt emeleten is? Oké. Okay. Jungreis Rabbi, aki működteti ezt a zsinagógát, tényleg nagyon-nagyon szeretik őt. Itt van a... Ez egy gemach? Ha valaki kalap nélkül jön és kellnek az imádkozáshoz, az összes féle fajta kalapból lehet választani, amit föl tud venni az imádkozáshoz. Ugye nagyon sokan nagyon figyelünk arra, hogy ne imádkozzunk kalap nélkül. Itt kell fölvenni? Megnézzük itt fönt. Fönt is zsinagóga rész. És ez meg egy rendes zsinagóga. Zsinagóga kinézetű zsinagóga. Pusztán ma biztos van sábeszkai nagy tömeg. Wow. Gyönyörű. Itt is ki lehet menni a kerthez. Hát ez tök jó. Innen jól lehet látni a kertet, ezt most még megnézzük. Wow. Az erdőben. Zseniális. Zseniális.